Hey, this is Jason Boss, and welcome to another interview that we're doing on our Manufacturing Success in Georgia book tour. Man, I'm really excited today. We're here at Gwinnett Tech, and it's a local technical college here in the Gwinnett area, and just north of Atlanta. And I went to school here many years ago. Took a lot of AutoCAD classes and was recognized in 2019 as the longest of the year. And I'm really proud of the education that we got here at Gwinnett Tech. And today we're going to be interviewing a good friend of mine, Mr. Melvin Everson. And Melvin and I go back many years, and he's been a great supporter of some of the things that we've done with Georgia Manufacturing Alliance. But he's also been really engaged in the community, and we're going to have him tell a little bit about his story. The game plan for today is to learn a little bit about Melvin, find out what's going on here at Gwinnett Tech, and talk about some of the new programs that are rolled out that really have an impact on the manufacturing community. So with that, what I want to do is turn it over to my good friend, Mr. Melvin Everson. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are, where you came from.
Thank you, Jason. Great to be here. I'm originally from South Georgia. Grew up in a little small town, Rochelle, Wilcox County, out from 40 Hillcrest County, 75 South. Grew up on our family farm, which we still have down in South Georgia. And I'm the seventh of 8 kids. There's 10 of us. 2 of my brothers are deceased. And my father had 5th grade education, and he challenged all of us to graduate high school, which we all did. We went on to post-secondary education.
Right.
And we finally get together now every Thanksgiving. When we get together, we talk about that, because when we graduated from high school, he and my mom gave us the same gift, which was a 2-piece set of Samsonite luggage. But my sisters, they got a 3-piece set. They got the one with the cosmetic. So they got 3 pieces. They got the extra. Right. So we went off to college, and what you did when you got to college, it was on your own. But so I went off to Abraham Baldwin Agriculture College.
ABAC. That's down in Tifton, right?
In Tift County. Okay. Blue Devils.
Yep.
And my dad got my last set of grades, and he was not too pleased with what I had done. So he told me to buckle down and do something else. Mm-hmm. So I went down and joined the Army.
Okay.
And spent my basic training at AIT at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Yeah. And came home for a 2-week leave, and then I was on a plane to Germany, West Germany. Landed in Germany September 15th, 1976, and it was snowing. First time I ever been out of the country. Long story short, I spent 3 years there, came back, and then I enrolled in college again, and I completed my degree while I was working. Started off working at Littleton Corporation in Cordele, Georgia. Okay. Spot welder, making peanut combines.
Really?
And shakers. So
manufacturing, yeah.
That started with me a long time ago. And I saw how those equipments were built here in Georgia, and the farming agriculture industry were able to purchase those products. And from there, I transitioned from there to private security with Guardsmark Security while I was in college at Albany State. College at that time was now University, with Miller Brewing Company, and worked there. And then my wife got a job here in Atlanta, and I relocated to Atlanta and ended up as unit manager for the security company for the whole state of Georgia, giving me an opportunity to travel around Georgia.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So farm boy goes off to college, decides that maybe it's a good idea to get in the military, went to Army, Germany for 3 years.
3 years, and then I did the rest reserve. So all in all, I did 23 years.
Okay, so yes.
Yes. And relocated to Atlanta in 1986.
Okay.
And started working, I'm still working with Guardsmark Security, got promoted to unit manager. And then I transitioned from there to private security with Zayers Manufacturing. And then Zayers closed, and then I got hired on at J.C. Penney Catalog. Okay. I was a law school incident investigator with J.C. Penney Catalog. Right. And then J.C. Penney closed. Yep. After 14 years, I was with them. And then I transitioned out of there because they wanted to transfer me to Kansas City, Missouri, and Columbus, Ohio, and I didn't want to go So I took the serving package to them. And from there, I started Macy's stockroom. And from there, I got involved in politics and got elected to got involved city council in Snellville. And then I got elected to state house. Then I ran for labor commissioner, didn't labor hard enough. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I got appointed by Governor Deal, part of his administration, workforce, economic development workforce out of the governor's office, Georgia, Governor's Office of Workforce Development, where I touch base with all the technical colleges in the state.
Okay, so that was kind of your connection or your intro into
that
TCSG.
That was my intro into TCSG. At that time, there were 26 technical colleges, 26, and we consolidated some. I visited all 26 colleges within 6 months.
Wow, that's cool.
All 26.
You're serious about it?
Yes, and the technical college system in Georgia is separated according to the sectors they're representing as far as the service areas. Mm-hmm. Like Gwinnett Tech here in Gwinnett, we cover all of Gwinnett County, plus North Fulton, Roswell, Alpharetta, those areas. And as you go out through the technical colleges in Georgia, you will find each has a unique opportunity to service their area. The Central Georgia Tech in Macon, plus you have Robins Air Force Base down there, they're catering towards that. Then you have Chattanooga Tech up in Marietta, Kennesaw. You have Lockheed Martin over there.
Right.
Then you go down to Savannah Tech, you have Gulfstream Air Industry down there, and they service that area down there. In North Georgia, you have the farming industry up there, as well as technical things up there. Lanier Tech, which is in Gainesville. Each technical college has their own little specified area they service in. Okay. And Ogeechee,
so serving the local
serving the local community based upon what the needs are for that community.
Okay. So your outreach into the community and talking to the leaders, that's a big that's a big piece, right?
Yes, you're outreaching in the community, talking to the businesses as far as what they need as far as the workforce. When businesses look to expand here in Gwinnett or relocate to Gwinnett County, we meet with them along with the economic development arm of the Gwinnett Chamber, which is partnership with Gwinnett. And we share with them the resources we have here at Gwinnett Technical College when it comes to workforce development. Yeah. We share with them what we do with students that we have here and what we can do with their current employees to better equip those individuals to move up the ladder of success within that company. So we customize training for those individuals, those companies and industries. They tell us what they need and we can customize that training for them. We can conduct that training on site, or they can come to our facility here at Gwinnett in Lawrenceville or Alpharetta, and we can conduct the training here on site. We prefer they come on site here because the attention span of the students at the time is they're much more attentive than when we are on site, where they're distracted. Little less distracted, because when you at your place of business, you have the tendency to go answer emails, answer phone calls, etc. Yeah. So, but when they're here on site, that attention is given solely to the instructor who's conducting the class. Right. So,
well, I tell you, my experience here at Gwinnett Tech, I took most all of the AutoCAD classes. So there's 3 programs, but also certifications as far as different types of programs that are available. Not just the degree program.
Yes, we have over 140 different programs that are offered here. Okay. That's not to include the credentials that we have. If you want credentials in certain areas, you can come to Gwinnett Tech and we can offer. Even if we don't offer, we can refer you to a sister technical college that offers that credential for you. Some of the credentials that are up and coming now, cybersecurity,
it's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot. Yeah. It's pretty hot. Matter of fact, we just broke ground about a month ago on our new IT cybersecurity building, $34.8 million. Okay. That's going to stand up here at Gwinnett Tech in Lawrenceville, 3 stories. And that area is growing by leaps and bounds. Yeah. And we're also bringing in a new program, esports, which is big.
Okay.
Tournaments.
Okay.
The young people playing these tournaments online.
Right.
And it is a big industry, And we're going to be offering that. We brought in the program director. We're bringing in the program director for that program. Esports is big. And cybersecurity is just, as you turn on the news every day, someone's being hacked.
Yeah.
Come on your pipeline, the media industry being hacked every day. There's such a demand now for cybersecurity experts, specifically for companies to prevent themselves from being attacked by these hackers out there.
Right.
Because it's not when it's going to happen, it's just a matter of time. You're going to be hit. And you need to have someone within your organization that can prevent this from happening.
Yep.
Or if it does happen, you can be back up and running within a short period of time. Perfect.
Well, tell me a little bit about one of the programs that's near and dear to my heart. You guys got a fairly new program here at Gwinnett Tech in advanced manufacturing. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Advanced manufacturing, auto manufacturing. That program came about. Gwinnett Tech used to have manufacturing, and when the economy went south in 2008, we got out of the business of manufacturing. But for the last 4 years, manufacturing has seen a rebound here in this country. And manufacturing has, because of technology, has advanced to a level that we need technical skill sets to be in the manufacturing industry now. And I never forget how we catapulted into that area, because I attended a meeting up at Gwinnett Tech to witness and interview a company that was looking to relocate to Georgia from California.
Okay.
And when I came back and reported to President Kenner what I had witnessed, he said, "Melvin, we need to light the bullet." And he in turn bit the bullet and implemented the Megatronic automated manufacturing program here at Gwinnett Tech, which came back and we launched that program in 2019. And a lot of businesses have been very helpful with us and landing some of the equipment we need. It's up and running, but we're constantly building on it because there's such a demand. And Amazon, which relocated here in Gwinnett County, the fulfillment center, which when it's upscaled to its full capacity will have about 4,000 employees.
Right.
And as you know, they use robots, electrical machines. And Megatronics, that's what it is. When those robots go down, you need to have someone who knows how to get those robots back up and running. Yep. Because those products need to go out the door to the customer. So that's how we were able to get Megatronics. It's up and running. And when we conclude this interview, I'll walk you over to the Megatronics lab there, and you'll see where we are and how we are expanding that program now with the demand such as it is now. The students are coming by leaps and bounds because there's such a demand now. Megatronics and manufacturing is not like it was when I was working at Livingston Corporation down in Chris County. It is much more technical now. It is much more technical, and you need that credential, you need that skill set in order to perform efficiently for these businesses.
Yeah, I tell you talk a little bit about the history of our connection. February of 2020 was the last live event that GMA did. Because COVID was coming on board, and I actually had COVID in January, just before we knew what it was. I went to the SHOT Show out in Las Vegas in early January and experienced COVID. Man, that is not a fun deal. All right, so I experienced that, figured out what that was all about, and then we came back and we had our 12-year anniversary here at Gwinnett Tech. We were showcasing and talking a little bit about some of the cool stuff that was going on, and we just got through the awards program, and that was really nice. And we're here talking about the facility and the new program that was on. It wasn't quite ready to tour, and then we had COVID. So tell us a little bit about now launching a new program, a hands-on technical program. Probably had a tricky to do during COVID when everybody was locked down. But now, where are things at? Now, what do people expect when they come to learn more about the program here?
Okay. Well, let me go back to when COVID hit. Bring you up to where we're at now.
Okay.
When COVID hit March of 2020, it pretty much locked everybody down here at the college. And we had to flip on the dime as far as how we do things. That entailed us rethinking and thinking outside of the box as far as how to produce and present the service and resources that we have here at Gwinnett Tech, which we were able to do through virtual meetings. We were able to continue what we do through virtual meetings as well as class training for a lot of our businesses. We were able to conduct training for their employees online.
Okay.
Of course, now a lot of the businesses that were able to come on campus, we could not allow that because of COVID. So that put a damper on that for us.
Sure.
But as far as the mechatronics, that put a little spin on that too. We weren't able to do and move as fast as we wanted to because of that. But with the programs that we offer here, it challenged us to think outside of the box. As far as the faculty and staff, we were able to conduct things virtual for the students. They were able to continue on with their learning online, which presented an opportunity for the faculty to present online as well as present in person, because some of the students were able to come back on in person, but then some of the courses and programs we offer you can't do virtual.
Yeah.
Such as construction, well, you have to be in person.
Yeah. No.
You can't do that. It has to be in welding. You can't do that virtually. You have to be in person to do that. So fast forward to where we are now, it presented a challenge for us. But come next week, July the 6th, we're back full capacity on campus with faculty and staff. And fall semester of this year in August, all students will be back full capacity, but we will still continue to offer virtual learning for those students who want to learn online.
Okay.
So
nice.
We will be up and running. If you want to come on campus, you can. Social distancing and all of that, sanitizing, 6 feet apart, all protocols going to still be in place.
Right.
But you will be allowed to come on campus, or if you want to continue learning online, you will be allowed to do that as well. So mechatronics will be up and running again. We're going to be promoting even more so. Speaking of mechatronics, I have an article in the Snellville Spirit magazine about workforce development. Mm-hmm. And in this article, TCSG has an opportunity for businesses and the technical college, what they call a mobile training lab, with the mechatronics equipment that we have on site here that's in this lab. They allowed us to have the lab here at Gwinnett Tech so we could get a first-hand view of what the lab looks like, and the students were in there. And it was quite amazing. So we can bring the training to you.
Okay.
We can bring the lab to you. Just let us know when you want us to use it or bring it to you, and we can schedule it and have it brought to you and train your employees with this equipment that we have. And this is all made possible through TCSG, which is very, very important. And I'm just passionate about this because when I was workforce development executive director with Governor Deal's office, I did plenty commencement addresses for technical college graduation. And then I was in Thomasville, Georgia, getting ready to do a commencement address. And that's when the light went off when I was speaking to adult education class. And the instructor shared with me a small percentage of the students had issues at home that prevented them from graduating high school. I had stereotyped the class before I walked in the classroom. Not by race or ethnicity, but by age. I was expecting to see a large percentage of elderly people in the classroom. Lo and behold, when I walked in the classroom, it was about 20 students. 70% of them were under the age of 30.
Wow.
And shocked me. I said, oh. And the instructor said, Mr. Everson, small percentage of them, they had issues at home that prevented them from graduating high school. But her next statement is what got me. She said, but the vast majority of them, they didn't see any relevance to the rigor in the classroom.
Okay.
In other words, they knew they weren't going to Georgia Tech, Morehouse, Spelman, Georgia, Tennessee, University of Tennessee, University of Florida, your traditional four-year college. But they did not see any other option. And I said, oh, that's what hit me. We have to do a much better job of exposing students in high school, and that's where dual enrollment comes into place. That's where students are able to continue in high school, but dual enroll in a technical college, so they will be able to see firsthand what work really like before they even get into the work.
Very cool.
So getting them to understand how they can apply the skills, because I think all of us are given gifts, and it's up to us to figure out what they are.
Yes.
And if we have guides or people that will kind of shepherd us into looking at different opportunities, and that's a big deal. And I think the more exposure that we can get, the more students or potential students we can get on campus to come see what's out here, along with the employers, so they can see the quality of the students that are showing up. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that you make a good point. It is a big deal. And one thing I implement when I promote to my position here, we normally meet businesses at the chamber and share with them the resources. But when I took it a step further, I asked the chamber, would they be amenable to my bringing the businesses to Gwinnett Tech and we present here? And they agreed to that, and the campus agreed to that, and we've had at least 6 businesses come on campus to see what we do here, how we train the workforce, and what the curriculums are, what the programs are we offer here. And I'm happy to admit that right now, a couple of those businesses have relocated to Gwinnett County because they toured this campus and saw what we do as far as preparing the workforce.
I love it.
Well, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing.
That's
and we also have here on the campus what we call Career Works. Of course, we didn't do it last year.
Okay.
Well, we opened the campus up for students, high school students, or anyone to come see what programs we offer. And you will have an opportunity to speak with the faculty and instructors and ask any question you want to ask about enrollment, opportunities, the courses that are there, what's involved, what's expected of you if you're a student in that program, everything involved in that program. You get a first-hand encounter with the instructors and faculty members about that program and how the school operates.
I love it.
And that's what we call Career Works. And hopefully we'll be able to do that again in the near future. We didn't do it last year. It's a full day. You come, we'll provide lunch for you, and you'll get a chance to tour the campus, talk to the instructors, see all the different programs, and demonstrations of things that's going on within each specific program.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, one of the things that we have seen in schools all across the country, of course, I focused primarily on Georgia, but the community involvement, and there's people that have really reached out into the community to give back. And one of our mutual friends, Mr. Clyde Strickland, tell me a little bit about what Clyde does.
I can't say enough about Mr. Strickland. Mr. Strickland came to Gwinnett Tech and contributed a substantial amount of money. I say substantial amount to the tune of $250,000.
Wow.
Just using him to create what we have as a model of an opportunity at Launch Point, where we have internships and apprenticeship opportunities for our students.
Okay.
To actually be paired up with the business so they can get, once again, firsthand working experience knowledge, what it's going to be like in that specific program that I'm pursuing my degree in. And we can work with that individual so they will have that experience. And all of that was made possible because of the generosity of Mr. Clyde Strickland. And if you're able to tour that area, you will see the Launch Point Center has his photo, the whole 9 yards, his famous quote out there as well.
Yeah.
And it's quite amazing, amazing.
And there's great people all around the state that have dedicated their time and their resources to be able to help people to get a leg up, to be able to learn valuable skills that will benefit them for their entire life and their business career. And we need so many people with different backgrounds and knowledges and expertise and temperaments.
Yes.
You and I both prior military. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours.
And so, it's really neat to see how well the military really engages in the manufacturing space because we know it's a band of brothers.
Yes.
I mean, and we're used to working in sometimes difficult conditions.
Yes, very difficult.
It's all about the mission comes first.
Yes.
No matter what else is out there, you're focused on making the mission happen. And manufacturers love that. It's different than employing all civilians. When you bring in military folks into a business environment, there's some, I wouldn't say accommodations, but some awarenesses that employers need to know about the benefits and the best ways to work with prior military folks. So
yes.
I'm passionate about trying to figure out how we can get more of our transitioning veterans that are coming out of the service into the manufacturing space. Have you got any ideas on how we can do that?
Well, yes. Our Veterans Department here at Gwinnett Tech is ranked number 2 in the nation when it comes to providing veteran services for the veterans that are going here for that Tech or the college in general. That's pretty impressive. Number 2 in the nation. Now, you might say, well, that's not that impressive. When you think about the fact that we're not located close to a military installation.
Not even close here.
Nowhere near. But to be ranked number 2 in the nation when it comes to military services, as far as what we do here, we take care of the veterans, and we also challenge them to look at those manufacturing opportunities. We give them opportunities, we speak to them, and we promote them highly as far as what opportunities are available. And for the businesses that are out there, your veterans are a great source of employment for you because they're well disciplined and they're trained and they know how to carry out an order.
Yeah.
They know how to get the job done in the most efficient and timely manner.
Right.
They know how to follow orders.
Mm-hmm.
So I do whatever I can to assist the Veterans Department here in regards to opportunities that are available for them when it comes to manufacturing or any other opportunities that are available when it comes to employment for veterans.
Yeah, not just in production and manufacturing,
Yeah.
but in logistics, man. If you're in the military, you are in
Logistics is big.
That's
Yes.
just part of the game.
Part of the game.
Well, man, I could spend the entire day with you. I'm going to visit. We're going to schedule a time to do an open house sometime, hopefully in the fall.
Yes.
Of this manufacturing facility. We're going to invite folks to come out and learn more about it and see it in person soon, we hope.
Yes. Speaking of which, we will be opening it back up for tours of the campus. If you want to come tour and see some of the programs we have, just contact me and we will arrange that tour, schedule that tour for you.
What's the best way to get a hold of you? If people want to learn more about Gwinnett Tech, technical colleges in the state of technical college systems in the state of Georgia, what's the best way to get a hold of you? I know you're pretty active on social, right?
Yeah, social media, you can hit me there, or you can email me, meverson@gwinnettech.edu, or you can Google me, gwinnettech.edu, or you can call me 678-226-6930.
Man.
You can find me there, Gwinnett Tech. Yes. It was a great opportunity.
Well, I really do appreciate all your time, today to share with us about what's going on and what you got, the great work that you're doing here to be able to prepare
the next workforce that's coming to the table, because we can do such a good job of bringing employers to Georgia and bringing manufacturing here. But if we don't have a ready and able workforce, man, they're going to go somewhere else.
Yes,
scary.
You're exactly right, because to serve in the House, representing you in Georgia as on the Small Business and Job Creation Committee, one of the 2 questions the business asks when you look to window. First question is, how's your school system?
Right.
Second question is, what's your workforce like?
Right.
They've already done the research. But those 2 questions are going to come up.
Yeah.
They're going to come up. Those 2 questions will come up.
Well, you guys do a fantastic job of really preparing folks for that. So thank you again for your time to be a part of this school series today. And my good friend Nathan Gill would look me if I didn't have a little more shameless plug for it. If you're not familiar with it or you haven't got your copy yet, go to Manufacturing Success in Georgia. You can learn about this bookstore, learn about the cool stuff that's in here. This book was a book that I wrote telling the history, illustrating the history of Georgia manufacturing, all the way back from Eli Whitney and the cotton gin to the latest and greatest Gulfstream 700. And we talked about even in all those stages from the Ford Model T to the latest heated Tellurides. So there's really cool stories in there. It tells about the history, and it also tells about the future, where we're going as an industry. So I encourage you to go online, order one of these, learn more about that, and we'll be archiving we've actually got all of the interviews that we've done today. There's 2 a week. All of those are listed on the website. This will be listed on the website as well. But go check it out and learn a little bit more about manufacturing. It has been another great day at GMA, and we really do appreciate all that you're doing to help continue to develop a great workforce and keep us going. Again, another great day at GMA. We'll see you guys in the upcoming events.
Wow.